For generations, the Amazon rainforest was considered one of the last untouched places on Earth, a wilderness too difficult to support large civilizations. But hidden beneath the trees was evidence that this entire story was wrong. When archaeologists aimed LiDAR scanners through the canopy, nearly 400 ancient earthworks appeared, massive geometric structures, some built more than 2,000 years ago, sprawling across an area bigger than Miami. If an entire civilization was hidden beneath the Amazon for centuries, what else have we missed about humanity's past? For over a century, mainstream science operated under a strict consensus. The Amazon was a counterfeit paradise. Academics argued that the rainforest's highly acidic, nutrient-poor soils made large-scale agriculture impossible, meaning the region could only ever support small, scattered tribes. This theory of environmental limitation became an unquestioned filter. Early historical reports of massive jungle cities, including the accounts of 16th-century Spanish explorers who claimed to have sailed past vast, populated river basin empires, were dismissed as wild, feverish exaggerations. Archaeologists simply stopped looking for monuments where they believed monuments could not exist. But this long-standing academic certainty left a massive blind spot. The jungle floor is a maze of dense underbrush beneath a canopy 30 meters thick. Walking through it, early researchers stood directly on top of massive ancient structures without realizing it. Unlike the towering stone pyramids of the Andes, these builders engineered with the earth itself, shaping low, shallow ditches and embankments. From the ground, an ancient ceremonial moat looks like a natural, muddy ravine. Covered by centuries of leaf litter and choking roots, these geometric lines simply dissolved into the green chaos. Scholars mistook this lack of stone ruins for a complete absence of human complexity. They assumed that if they couldn't see it, it wasn't there. To pierce this green shroud, researchers needed a different kind of vision. In 2024, they flew over the southwestern state of Acre, Brazil, carrying an airborne sensor that fires millions of rapid laser pulses every second. This technology, known as LiDAR, measures the time it takes for light to bounce back from the forest floor, digitally stripping away the dense canopy to expose the bare earth beneath. The resulting three-dimensional map shattered every old assumption. Across more than 1,700 square miles of jungle, the lasers exposed nearly 400 massive, previously hidden earthworks. These were not random clearings. Between 600 BC and 850 AD, ancient builders carved colossal geometric rings, octagons and squares into the clay. Deep buried ditches, measuring up to 7 meters down, and towering embankments formed massive enclosed spaces linked by straight, sunken avenues. This was deliberate, regional planning on an unbelievable scale. But as these geometric giants came to light, they raised a far deeper question. What actually happened inside these monumental enclosures? These colossal rings served as the hubs of a massive cooperative society known as the Aquarii Network. Across hundreds of miles, families lived in 30-meter-long timber longhouses clustered around open central plazas. Daily life carried a sensory rhythm. Smoke drifted from hearths cooking maize, squash, and river fish, while canoes traveled along the wide, straight canals. If you stood here 1,500 years ago, you would hear the steady beat of wooden drums echoing across the plazas during massive communal gatherings. This was an incredibly connected world. Yet, archaeological excavations reveal no traces of ruling kings, royal palaces, or military elites. How did millions of people coordinate a civilization this vast and highly organized, without a single central authority in charge? The physical scale of this network is clear, but the social reality is still heavily debated. Archaeologists remain divided over the true population size, with estimates ranging from hundreds of thousands to 3 million. Some scholars argue these were permanent, crowded cities, while others see them as seasonal ceremonial hubs where scattered communities briefly gathered. The absolute lack of royal tombs or palaces leaves the political structure entirely unresolved. Even their sudden abandonment around 850 AD remains an open question. Did a severe, prolonged drought exhaust the soil, or did an internal social shift trigger a regional decline? It is a historical puzzle that mirrors the collapses of the Maya and Tiwanaku. What remains in the clay is the memory of a managed world. This forest was never an untouched wilderness. For generations, indigenous societies actively sculpted the soil, planting crops and building sprawling towns centuries before Europeans arrived. What looked like wild, untamed jungle was actually a carefully designed garden. Today, scientists realize the 400 sites revealed by the lasers are only the beginning. Millions of hectares of canopy remain unmapped, hiding what could be tens of thousands of additional ruins. The Amazon remains a massive, lost civilization. The canopy still hides thousands of ruins. What other chapters of human history have we completely missed? Let us know below. Subscribe for more ancient mysteries.